I'm gonna go ahead and start recording just for the hell of it. I don't know if we're using it.
Okay.
Um,
The Call Me Chris movie's called House on Eden.
okay.
It's about two YouTubers who go to find a missing person in a haunted house.
Okay.
Um, she was a comedian. Well, she became a comedian coming out of the pandemic. Like she was a hairdresser and nobody was getting their hairs done. So she finally bit the bullet and started to do her lifelong dream of becoming a performer, comedic performer, and rolled that into eventually making a movie.
I have seen this come across my transom on Shudder. Yeah, I'm honestly at this point, if you can keep a found footage movie under 80 minutes, I'll pretty much give any of them a shot if they look halfway decent. I've seen some fucking garbage that way, but I've also seen some good stuff. Let me let this cat out and be right back.
Okay.
Most recently, I checked out Looky Loo, which is new from this year,
Okay.
which is basically like, what if we took all of the VHS stalking footage from Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer, and that was the whole movie,
Okay.
basically. Um, on a pure technical level, I was like, this is really compelling and like very unsettling. But even at 70 minutes, it kind of gets a little repetitive. Um, and so yeah, I was kind of like half and half on that one, but it very terrifying. I imagine if you were a woman who lives alone watching it, it would fuck you up because there's a there's a very long time before anything actually happens, but it gets creepy very quickly. I'll put it that way, where it's and then it sits in this like tension burn for a while. That one's on Tubi. So like I don't even know if it's rentable right now, but you can watch it for free on Tubi.
Okay.
Um, I also watched Invader, which is new from this year. Um, basically woman shows up. I don't know if it's her sister or her cousin. She's coming back to Chicago to meet a family member, and they don't pick them up at the train station.
Okay.
And then they're trying to find out where they are. Uh, and we come to suspect that something has possibly happened to them in their home. Perhaps it has been invaded. Um, that one's on AMC Plus or Shutter, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. What's up, Evan?
What's up, dude? How you guys doing?
We're
Good.
good. We are recording, but we don't know if we're using any of this yet. We'll wait for at least somebody else to get here and we'll do the proper intro. Um,
Just been
what's up?
watching some things. Been
Yeah,
just
I was gonna
yeah.
say, feel free to go ahead and like throw stuff out. Like I said, we're recording. I can either like drop this in later, like in the middle of the episode or towards the end, or just I'll find continuity for it somewhere. But yeah, by all means, we're just shouting out stuff we've been watching so far.
So I one of the first things I watched last week after the last episode was Strange Harvest. I don't know if you guys had a chance to see that yet.
I have not.
I did.
It I thought that it was fantastic, and now like it's not a perfect movie, and it's not like there's like a some huge amount of jump scares or anything like that, but it was probably one of the more inventive things I've seen in a long time. It was Patrick, I don't know if you know much about it, but they shoot it like one of those true crime documentaries,
Okay.
where there's like a lot of drone footage and interviews with detectives and stuff like that. And so it's shot like a true crime documentary, but it's about a serial killer named Mr. Shiny, and that they end up calling Mr. Shiny, and it's fantastic. And there's like um I don't know what you think. Were you kind of lukewarm on it?
I did not care for it.
Do you not care for it?
I thought it was yeah, very
You thought it
long
was
with
gimmicky.
very long with not much payoff, and I did not find it scary, and I needed those performances to be like 15% more naturalistic. I don't know. It didn't work for me. I also felt like it was like tickling my balls with cosmic horror,
Oh, for sure,
and
for
then
sure.
And then like if you don't show me some tentacles, I'm gonna eventually be upset if you're like
Right.
it might go Lovecraftian and then you kind of pull back
That's
at the last minute. I don't know. I
that's
I
it though, right?
wasn't
Like
I wasn't not compelled to finish it, but I was like really hoping for a payoff and I didn't feel like
same.
it landed. So for me it was just kind of middle of the road found footage for me personally. But
Yeah, no. Like, so I will agree with you to a point. Like, I felt the same thing. Like, I was just the whole movie was building, and I'm like, oh, like especially the first half, I was like, oh my God, like this is going in all the right places. This is going to be perfect. And then the very end with the campsite thing, oh, I'll stop there, Patrick. But like, I was just like, oh, come on, man. It
there's
was
some
just about to really like, I thought that like it was going to be this huge climax, and it was going to be super crazy and fun. And there's some disturbing stuff in there,
There's
but
some
because
very
you're,
odd choices with like the level of graphic shit that we see in the
yeah,
buildup of like it's kind of like Seven, basically. Like we're seeing all these murders in the aftermath, but
right.
it does kind of stretch the credulity of like this is a true crime doc because I'm like, I don't know if they'd be showing us all of this. And then dude, did you notice the one random moment where it's like there's a dog that's been killed and that they blur out, but literally like we've seen so much worse shit in the like
It's so
30
funny.
minutes
That's probably
prior. I
like
was like,
tongue in
what the
cheek joke.
fuck?
It's
I
probably like a
so
joke.
it's like that. I'm like, I almost wish it had like maybe leaned into more of a satire on true
That
crime
would be great.
docs. And I like it didn't quite go there either. So I just felt I don't know. I
But
didn't
you got to
regret
admit,
watching it. I was just a little let. That was
to me, it had a lot of great like ideas for like scary serial killer kills and like like it had so much potential, and I think that that was one of the things I loved about it, and it has a completely original way of like delivering its story. I
for sure.
thought that was like probably stuff that appealed to me the most, and I think that like a lot of people really enjoyed it. So maybe like at least as far as I can tell, the reviews have been pretty positive on that one thing from what I saw, which makes me hope that maybe we get like increasingly better versions of something like this.
Yeah,
I don't
I'll
know,
say
or some
if you want to explore something in the neighborhood of it, and it's still more like quote unquote traditional found footage, but I recommended it. It was on my 25 list, but Butterfly Kisses is a really interesting,
okay.
like we're examining footage that was already taken by people investigating a thing, but we're coming at it from another angle, like, and so it's layered and had yeah. That would be my rec if as like a jumping off point if you're looking for something like in the neighborhood, not like a one to
Okay.
one. But I agree with you. I'm like the true crime like structure that we all know so well, and arguably, again, you and I have talked about this off mic. Like I'm pretty burnt out on, so I
Same.
am I am kind of coming to this also with like crossed arms of like, all right, like let's make this compelling, whatever. And I think it's successful in fits and starts. It just I yeah, I would like more of these. I think it's a cool setup for sure. I would
They
even like
reach
more of like this, except for the only downfall I feel like is anytime they showed us Mr. Shiny like doing his
yeah,
thing, it just not scary to me at all.
didn't
Like
deliver. He was
it kind of
scarier when you
they
couldn't
kind of
see
should have
him.
just kept him off screen or kept him in shadows or like alluded to stuff and just let us see in the aftermath. Maybe only
Yeah.
reveal him at the very end. But I honestly, yeah, some of that stuff I felt like was a little clunky. But I do think the two main detectives were like super solid. Like I
Yeah, they
enjoyed
were
them.
solid. Yeah, they were good.
Yeah. Um, but yeah,
She had
again,
me
I kind of
laughing. Yeah,
yeah. Well, it's some of the stuff with her. I was like,
in a good way. Like I
are
mean,
we trying? I was like, yeah. Are we trying to be a little satirical? Like, am I supposed to take how unbelievably graphic and like detailed all of this stuff is as kind of like a commentary on this? And I just, if that was the tone they were going for,
like,
I
is it
don't know if they
exploitative to do a
quite
true
hit.
crime doc? Is that what you're saying? Like, I think that there's
Yeah,
a
I'm
little bit of that.
saying,
Like, there's absolutely a little bit of like, it is slightly exploitative to do some of these true crime docs, which people have talked about before, but it does because they make so much money and because people are so just interested in the terrible things that happen to other human beings. They're so interested by it
Yeah.
It's like, the car wreck that everybody slows down to drive by and look at, that kind of shit. It's like they're absolutely poking fun at that. But that's kind of like why I enjoyed it too. Another reason why I enjoyed it, it was I got a kick out of the two of them. So
Yeah.
and some of like the ideas for some of the things that happened to the victims, I was like,
Right.
that's fucking horrifying.
Yeah.
I've not ever seen that happen, but of course you just see the aftermath. So
Yeah. It's pretty gnarly stuff. They do, I mean, they do wholesale lift something from her Midsommar. Uh
which one?
the dude in the park, he has he's basically flayed from the back and has like, is this sounding familiar now?
I think so. Yeah, I
Okay,
think
yeah.
so.
It's just
Oh,
they do
the
the,
blood wings.
yes, the blood wings. They do the same thing in Midsommar. I was just, yeah.
Okay.
Um,
It's when
there was,
they pull the lungs out and they spread it so it
yeah,
looks
I mean,
like
and
you're
That's right.
that's a
bloody angels.
historical thing that like people have done, I guess. So it's not like
Yeah.
Midsommar was the first movie to ever put it on
Gotcha.
screen or anything. But I was like, oh, that is dope, and that was crazy. That one was crazy. But I was like, oh, that's like Midsommar. Holy shit.
Some of the leeches stuff was kind of interesting. It was
I did like that pool. Yeah, the pool with the leeches and everything. That one was fucked up, man.
fucked
Again,
up, stuck on
I guess they again, you teased me. You teased me with tentacles, but you didn't deliver. Like you gave me leeches, but you didn't give me
Caliban, dude.
full on.
Fucking
Yeah.
Caliban,
That's
the
what I'm
leech
saying.
god.
Give me
Yeah,
Strange Harvest 2, Caliban's Revenge. That's what I want to see.
where we actually see him.
Yeah, and let's go for it. Brendan, we've just been kicking around like recent watches, just shooting the shit. Anything you've watched spooky as of late?
Um, no, I don't think. Have I told you anything? I mean, we were talking about weapons the other day, but I think we're talking about that here in a bit, right?
Yeah, ideally whenever Gavin gets on, because he was kind of the lone holdout who hadn't seen it, and I'm assuming Barham's not getting on at this point if he's not already on here. So,
Um,
but yeah, you haven't nothing else on the old watch list.
what did we watch? Yeah. That's right. We did actually talk about this the other day. Candyman. Two
The
more
new one.
times, and yeah, dude. Actually, I watched the
I
first
like the
one
new
for the
one's good.
first time, the '92 version, and then I called Noah afterwards, and I was like, "Yo, that was good. Like that was like good." Um, so then I followed it up by watching number four, skip two and three.
Good choice. Good decision.
But the new one, like Noah and I were talking, it was good. It
Yeah.
was good. Like I don't really have. There's a part of it I think that felt rushed towards the end. If we want to start off with the negatives, like it felt like it was like heading in a good trajectory, and then all of a sudden it was like, oh, we got to end this movie.
Yeah, I agree.
Um,
Agreed.
but leading up to that, I think Yahya. I was telling Noah, I think Yahya actually holds a better presence as far as being the Candyman. He feels more imposing a little bit than the original Candyman. Um, but I like how they connected it to him being the kid from the first one. I liked how Helen like held this myth, this legend, how like they held true to the fact that like Candyman and you seeing Candyman means you're insane, right? Because they start saying like Helen in the fourth one was crazy and she cut the head off of this Rottweiler and she tried to abduct this baby, but like when you're watching the original, she's like actually trying to save everybody.
Yeah.
But so the legend has it that she was crazy even years down the road, which I kind of enjoyed that. Sometimes sequels can undo the original movie, and I think this one actually did it justice.
Yeah.
Um, so
So
it was good. It was entertaining. One of the cooler kill scenes. Noah will know the actress's name, but when they're in that apartment and they pan out, you know, and Candyman is in there, and then as they're panning out, she gets thrown against the wall or against the window and smeared against the window.
Yeah.
That was probably one of the cooler kill scenes I've seen in really any movie. Like, oh, are they gonna do it? Are they gonna do it? Are they gonna do it? And they do it so almost subtly as they're panning out from that apartment, and then it's just lift, smear against the window, and we're on to the next thing.
yeah.
So, but it's
I
good,
need
yeah.
to revisit it because I was mixed on it when I saw it in
Was
theaters.
I, man? Yeah, it make me want to see it again too.
Yeah.
I think I talked to you about it. No, we were both like pretty good. but
Yeah,
question
there was
about the way that ended.
yeah,
Yeah.
there is parts that worked for me. But Patrick, I did want to ask you because yeah, Brendan asked me, he was like, so should I watch two and three before I watch the new one? And I was like, I don't think so, but I was like, I have never seen them. So you said that was the way to
Oh,
go. How bad are we talking, two and
oh,
three?
like if you like straight to video, uh, looks like it's shot straight to video on the high end budget of 1994, watch the second one.
Okay,
If you don't want it to ruin anything about the first one, don't watch it.
okay,
Like it is totally a snapshot of 94, 95. Like it bleeds that direct to video feel. Uh, it's a flash in the pan with no substance
okay.
and overly explains some things that didn't need to be overly explained.
And then what's the deal with Farewell to the Flesh, the third one?
Oh, the third one, it's even worse. Like it's just a hot mess.
Okay.
It's
Are we talking like worse than like late period Hellraiser sequels or like in the ballpark?
it's see, I've never done the Hellraisers. I watched number three and decided, nope, this shit is not for
Okay.
me. That's a
Yeah,
horrible fucking movie.
that's where you tap out. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I agree. I mean, the first two are the only.
Well,
I mean,
like
first one's a masterpiece. Second one's pretty good.
Matthew's
Third
trying to
one,
convince me that I need
trash.
to finally watch the first two. I've only seen the third
Oh,
one.
you've only seen the third one. I mean,
Yeah.
the first one is fucking incredible. I just rewatched it a couple of days ago at work. It just isn't, dude, the score, the aesthetics, the everything about that movie. There's no, it is a one of one. Like there is nothing else like that. I can't say like, dude, I love Hellraiser. Give me something else like that. There's nothing else that exists like that movie. It
Okay.
is so unique unto itself. The idea that they tried to make it a franchise is always what has baffled me because nothing recaptures the vibe of the first movie.
I know back in the early 90s, people argued that the sequel was better than the first one,
I mean,
number two.
I would say two, Hellbound is um pretty awesome. It like is as far as sequels go, it's pretty high up there. But yeah. Have you got Evan, Brendan, Hellraiser? No?
Yeah, never. I know it, and it's the guy with the it's
By
Pinhead, right?
channel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never actually seen it.
Always on
Evan?
the Sci-Fi Channel. I just the only thing that I remember from it because it's been so many years. Like I would catch bits and pieces of it on Sci-Fi Channel. I remember as a kid, though, there's a scene with this one lady. She's talking about. I think her exact words were sucking and fucking, but they like change. They change. I can't. I don't know which one it's in, but ever it's stuck in my brain as a little kid. Watching the Sci-Fi
That's
Channel.
it sounds like a late period Hellraiser for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. But no, the first one is a stone cold classic. I encourage both of you to watch it at some point. Again, there is nothing else like it. You got to see it at least once. Uh,
But going back to the third Candyman, there are latter-day Children of the Corns that are better than it.
that's fucking wild. Okay.
Dude,
How,
love. Can we, whenever we have a second here, talk Children of the Corn at some point?
go ahead. Go ahead.
Huge, dude.
This is a free for all episode. This is the
I
end of
love
Arctober.
Children
Like,
of the
yeah,
Corn. We Sam we like it was on. We were in Atlanta like a year ago, and it just came on TV. I mean, it just started, and I was like, "Hey, I'm pretty sure I like this. We should watch this." And sure enough, we got to the end, and she's like, "That was pretty good." It's
the
like, "Yeah,
first
that's fucking great,
the first
actually.
one is iconic. I don't know,
It's great."
like, I don't know if it's like a good movie, but it's like
Right.
it's unforgettable. It has so many moments that you're just like, dude, Malachi,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Outlander,
And
bring out your woman.
the
Like,
Outlander. Yeah, dude, like well executed Stephen King, I would say. Because,
Yeah.
like I think that, the hit rate with Stephen King things and filmmakers. I love some of the direct to like TV stuff, almost as some of my favorite King stuff that's been done. But
dude, Children of the Corn also, we we definitely maybe this needs to be a thing for next year, but the best at like we should program people's like marathon, but
Yeah.
one of the best afternoon horror movies. Another
And then
one
we
that
watch
fits
it in the
into that.
afternoon.
Yeah,
Yeah,
another
exactly.
one that fits into that category is the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre, which I just rewatched again, and I always do in the afternoon, and it's just it's the best. It's the best afternoon horror movie ever. Um, but I was trying to think about those specifically ones that like they're
Atmospheric.
mostly in daylight and that like the vibes where it's like maybe you do have a stretch that's in nighttime, but you can kind of like you start this at like, 4 o'clock or you start at like 3:30 and like by the time you're getting to that section, it's getting dark.
So I got another one of those. What's the Stephen King one where they're on the plane and they basically enter another dimension and they're like
Langoliers.
Langoliers, thank you. That is another one of those to me, even though that one's a little darker in terms of it's like nighttime, I think, the whole time. But to me, it feels like one of those afternoon movies.
Well,
Maybe because I
definitely
saw it so
when they get to the airport and it's essentially like I kind of want to go back to that one because I'm obsessed with like liminal space horror now, and that kind of is that movie you know, at least for the first chunk of it.
that's one of my
Before
favorite ones.
the shitty, the entities, the Langoliers show up
The
and you're like,
Langoliers show up.
oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yep. Now the spell is broken. But
Classic like King device where you put someone in the coolest atmosphere possible, like
mm,
the Mist. Like I
yeah.
love the Mist remake, or not the remake, but like the 2000, what is it,
It's like 20
2007.
it's like 2011 or is it? Is it 2007? Is that another 2007 movie?
That
When
movie
is The
fucks.
Mist? When is The
That movie,
Mist?
I can't remember if it was before Bond did The Walking Dead or after.
2007, you nailed it.
It was
Yeah, yeah.
before.
That
Yeah.
another great movie from 2007.
it just, yeah, great year. But that movie like goes so hard. It's just that ending is just fucking brutal, man.
Yeah.
Like I can't believe that they let him make that. Like I don't know. I feel like some studio exec somewhere. Well, I figure would have stopped that and said, "Hey, let's pump the brakes on this. Can we like maybe have a little bit more of an upbeat ending?"
Yeah,
Or
I still don't know how that passed muster at the time. Uh,
kind of incredible though.
and I know he had to fight for it a bit. I'm curious, like, how did that movie do? I'm just a little curious. Mid-size hit, decent hit, 18 budget, finished up around 57 worldwide. Not terrible, not terrible.
This is
Um,
kind of like what I was talking about last time too, though, with like Storm of the Century and then the 1991's version of The Stand and all those things. It's like the best, the best King adaptations. I mean, obviously all the good King stuff. It's like it's really cool ideas, but it really focuses on the individuals. Got obviously the story Joyland's one of mine that hasn't been adapted yet, but of course, but stuff like that,
did
where the vast majority
anybody watch Welcome to Derry,
I haven't
the
watched it yet. No.
the new HBO show?
started and fell asleep the other night.
I
Is it good? Should press.
I'm not gonna be watching it. I was just curious if you guys are.
Dude, okay, well then I will just say that the first 20 minutes made me would not want to finish the episode. That
Okay.
helps you.
Yours is not the first opinion with that sentiment that I've heard.
I was
Like I've
not
seen that reaction online a bunch
gotcha.
since Sunday. Like,
And I like
oh, the
people
first
who were
20
in
minutes
it.
made me, yeah.
I like the cast, but I have zero interest because I did not care for either one of those Machete movies. Um, and he directing all of it, or he's at least, I mean, it's in the same creative aesthetic universe that he has established. I assume he's directing at least the pilot. The first one I thought was okay, and the second one I did not finish. One of the few, I very rarely like turn off a movie, but I kind of just lost interest about an hour and a half into it part two. And I was like, this is tedious and none of it's working for me. I think
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch something else. And I
I
never
I I,
finished it.
I toughed it out because I saw it in the theater. I'm like, no, I paid my
That's
money. I'm staying.
movie's like
Uh,
3 hours long. Like,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
why is it that long?
But
There's good moments, and so yeah.
I love the first one, but it's because it's set in the summer of the Bat, 1989. where
Hmm.
I was 14 that summer and those kids are 12, 11. So like it's the same aesthetic. Like it hit huge nostalgia vibes for me. The same way that the readers of uh the adult readers of it the first time around when it came out got their feels for the 50s uh when it was set in the 50s. Like I dug it. I was just like, this is great. This is awesome cast. I love these kids. Like they nailed it. And then I saw the second one.
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, I thought the first one coasted on everybody's general goodwill towards Stranger Things, basically, and just like we just want those vibes, like do that again. But now it's really Stephen King. It's not just ripping off Stephen King. Uh, yeah.
But then the miniseries from '90s the same way. Like the
Hmm.
kids section works
It's the best part. It's the best part of the whole.
more than the adult. Same thing with the two movies. The kid movie works better. Uh, I don't know if the novel, the adult stuff works fine. Like I just don't understand why in two separate adaptions it fails.
Yeah. I don't know.
The
Uh,
um the Stand. I don't know. How's everybody feel about the 1990s The Stand miniseries?
Oh, I love it. Like
Me too.
that came out after my freshman year of college, and like it was stay at home television.
Hell
Like
yeah.
my friends, like I just gotten back to school from school, and they're like, "Hey, let's go out." And I'm like, "No, stands on."
Oh yeah, dude. I've seen it. I don't know how many times you see it through. I've seen it all the way through at least 3 or 4 times. I used to when I would binge it because the Sci-Fi Channel would put it on, and it would just be whatever on all the time. And
Yeah.
occasionally, whatever TNT or TBS would buy it, and they'd run it when I was a kid. So I've seen this thing so many times, and I think it was like 4 or 5 years ago. I was like, you know what? I want to see if that still holds up. I was living out here, and I threw it on, and I mean, we burned through it like in a day, just nonstop, just watched all like 6 or 7 hours of it or whatever it is. And I was like, man, that holds up. I mean, even the floating head of gosh, what's her name? The older lady who's kind of like Mother Teresa type figure,
Oh,
but she like
Mother Abigail.
Mother Abigail. Yeah, the floating Mother Abigail head. Like even that all
Yeah.
worked. It all worked. And I was just like, although it didn't, none of that, none of like the technology stuff was like a non-starter. It was all fine. It was great.
I have not rewatched it since I guess college would have been the last time I went through it, which it was only my second like end-to-end viewing of it. Gavin had the it's like a silver big chunky DVD set. I don't know. He had that, Langoliers. We had a collection with like Tommy Knockers, which I don't think I ever watched. I don't even know
You
what
don't need
Tommy
to.
Knockers is. Thinner was in that box set. What
I
else
Uh,
used
was
to
in
watch
the
Thinner
box
all the
set?
time.
Yeah.
Tommy Knockers is loosely set in the It universe. If you
Okay.
extrapolate, it's like two towns over from Derry. It's people find a spaceship and then their teeth start falling out from radiation, and the Tommy Knockers are taking them over. And it's
It's
one
like
of
a
those
body
that's like
snatchers movie, or like
it's less a body snatcher and more pervasive, uh, corruptive evil.
okay.
Uh, but the miniseries fails, the book fails. It's like 600 pages and then a crap ass ending. So yes, it's Stephen King.
Gotcha.
Silver
Um,
Bullet.
Love
yeah.
Silver Bullet.
Silver Bullet's
Uh,
solid. That's it. I watched that recently again. It's really good.
Busey. Love a
like
good
I
love
the
a
one
good
I want to
Busey
rewatch is I
performance.
want to
Yeah.
rewatch Christine because I haven't rewatched Christine in a while.
I wish Barham was on tonight. I showed him Christine for the first time last week,
Okay.
and he promptly fell asleep. But he might have watched it in the interim. But yep.
Yeah,
To be
it's
fair, it's
the
a bit of a sleepy movie
it is.
until it
It
gets
it
going. But it's vibes, man. Oh God, some of
it
his best soundtrack work by far.
It's
Best scoring,
also
rather.
not the movie he wanted to direct, but he really
Yeah,
wanted a
no.
payday
For
after The
something he
Thing.
was essentially phoning in for,
Yeah.
like, oh, I need a quick, like, I need something I know will be successful because all these King movies are hitting right now. Dead Zone's hitting. Carrie obviously was a huge hit.
Well, that's because he had the King movie he wanted taken away from him
Which one was
after the
that?
failure of The Thing. He wanted Firestarter.
Oh, that's right. And then he, full circle came back and did the score for that remake that nobody even remembers now with
Yeah.
Zac Efron. Was that right?
I didn't see it,
I think it was Zac Efron as the dad. I'm pretty sure.
but
I did not see it.
yeah.
I did listen to the soundtrack. It was pretty solid. That's pretty solid.
I mean, that's the best thing that I feel about the Blumhouse David Gordon Green trilogy
That
is
is the one thing it has going for it. Yeah.
yeah.
I kind of do wish he was just scoring other people's movies constantly now,
Yeah.
but I wish it was happening more. I kind of thought Firestarter was, pun intended, gonna, spark
But
something off, but apparently not. Um, any other? Oh, I will say it'll kind of. Nobody's seen Frankenstein yet, have they?
not yet.
I saw
No.
you kind of liked it more than what I initially heard people were thinking about it.
Well, I mean, it's a seven for me for that movie is like it's me being a little generous because it's our
Oh,
boy. But no, I,
understood.
I did not care for it. I found it long and tedious, and much like Robert Eggers' Nosferatu, I questioned why, why, why he wanted to make it, why he felt the need to basically go to the source material of the same story that he's vaguely been telling for his entire career. Um, Oscar Isaac is really good in it, and then he's not. Um, and Jacob Elordi is the best thing in it. He's the only reason to see it. Mia Goth, I have no idea the what the thought process was there with the character. Um, and without spoiling anything, because I do obviously it'll be on Netflix in like a week.
Yeah.
Uh, but it's not spoiling anything. But I will just say, much like Nosferatu, I kept going like the things he decided to stay like slavishly loyal to in terms of the vision of it versus the things that he arbitrarily changes about the source material, I were absolutely baffling to me.
Okay.
There were some choices that I was just like, what? And like we're being so because ostensibly it's like, oh, nobody's ever really done the book like end to end. I'm going to be more faithful to the book, except it's not at all in so many aspects. So I don't know, man. I really struggled with it. Bit of a slog, 2.5 hours. Yeah, disappointing. Disappointing. I was hoping that was going to be the highlight of Arktober in the theater. Not necessarily like I was expecting something spooky, but I was just like, dude, this seems like on paper. I mean, give this to me all day. This just makes sense. But in practice, it was kind of like it's about what you expect, which ends up being kind of underwhelming, at least for me. I don't know. And I don't know that like seeing it on a big screen versus if I had waited a week and watched it at home, you know,
Yeah.
I don't know that it bumped it that much further up for me, honestly. But yeah. Sorry, sad to report, but yeah, I was not into it. I will not be rewatching this one. Like I have no desire to take a second look at it and reassess. I'm like, I got it. I know how I feel about it. I'm good. Uh, I will be interested to see if it does anything awards wise. I'll be very interested. But that's kind of been the case with all the recent like award stuff that I have
Yeah.
seen. Early awards contenders I've been whelmed or severely underwhelmed by. Yeah, very muted response to a lot of shit recently. Except for Chainsaw Man. That was really good.
Dude,
Brendan,
clown in a cornfield. what's the word on this? I keep hearing about it.
I
Is
hear
this like
Clown in the
a
Cornfield is fun. Have you heard
you
anything,
haven't done it?
Patrick?
You haven't
I
seen it?
have not
Uh,
watched it yet.
I watched it in the theater. I was super excited about it. I met the author of the book. We had a great conversation. I read the book. It's a great serial killer YA book.
Keep stressing the
And
word book there a lot.
I
So,
am, I am. Uh, People who enjoy this movie are much younger than I am. And I dare say are severely younger than you guys are.
okay.
Got it.
Like
Is
for
this one of those
me,
weird I Know What You Did Last Summer remake things where they try to like appeal to like the Gen Z population? Okay, okay. Because I mean, yeah, it seemed like people liked it, but
yeah, that's the whole thing. Like for me, it totally missed both of its source materials. Like it missed the source material, the stuff that made the book great, and it missed the source material, the stuff that makes slashers great.
I'm so confused. What am I looking for?
But yeah, I've been looking forward to it. It was one of the ones I was looking forward to all year because I met Adam Cesar, the writer, and like he was really cool, and like we had a drink together. It was awesome.
Wish we could. Oh. I do have one other. This was like I meant to get to it a couple years back, and I missed it that October, and it's lingered. The Wolf of Snow Hollow. Has anybody seen this one?
I've not.
this is like the comedy. It's like the comedy horror one.
Yes. Uh, Jim Cummings of Thunder Road
I did
and
see it. And just completely forgot it. No, like I genuinely, we rented this and watched this whenever it came out, and I just forgot everything about it.
yeah.
But you dug it.
Oh yeah. I was like I thoroughly enjoyed the
Dude,
tone of it. It's one of the last Robert Forster movies.
hour and 20
So
minutes, pretty quick.
that was enjoyable. It's got some twists. It's definitely like you're either like into the tone of it or you might probably find him excruciating. He's definitely like an acquired taste as an actor and director and writer. Uh, but yeah, what I've seen of his stuff, I watched a short film he did like 2 years ago, uh, centered around a guy whose job it is to like he's basically like a Make-A-Wish. He's on a Make-A-Wish thing, but he's there as a representative of Marvel films. Um, I don't, you just got to watch it. It's like 15 minutes. It's very funny, but it's like he's visiting a dying kid whose wish is to like see the new Marvel movie, and he's there to screen the movie for the dying kid. And the short goes from there. I'll leave it
Okay.
at that. I got to find the title of it. Um,
I hope
But
it was
yeah, he's one of
terrible.
these guys.
It
He's
was-
like a Duplass, man, where he exists outside of the system, so to speak. He's a true independent. He,
yeah.
writes, directs, stars in all of his shit. He's the lead, but I love his commitment to in everything I've seen. He plays a complete fuck up, like, you know, asshole, alcoholic, you know, all sorts of different shit. Uh, But yeah, he definitely does not cast himself as like, you know, oh, I'm the strapping hero or anything like that. He
Okay.
is that's kind of what I like about it. But
You,
yeah, I found it very funny and not scary at all, but like a fun horror comedy that I think definitely fits the mood. Not this late in October, but I definitely recommend to people at some point. Maybe for the horror hangover of November if you're still in the mood.
Be careful which Jim Cummings you look up as well.
That's probably a good
Because
idea. Yeah.
Well,
one
because
of
one of
them,
them's the voice of Pooh Bear.
it just knew it
is
just knew
Disney.
your
Yeah,
search
yeah.
history.
One of them leads you down a Disney rabbit hole, and the other one not so much.
I
Okay.
was gonna say, hey, listen, it's just AI knew what your previous search history is like.
That's
So,
Yeah, well,
probably what it was.
also could be.
Um,
I would say Noah mentioned something earlier that we're supposed to be going. Hopefully, he'll be seeing it a second time this weekend. We'll see. Uh, you
it
know,
doesn't it doesn't really qualify as horror. That's why I wasn't really gonna bring
no,
it
no, I would
up.
say it's
But
horror, but you were talking about movies that you're going to see that were awesome. The ratings are through the roof. I'm sure you saw that, but the
which
show itself, I went and watched the first season of Chainsaw Man, per Noah's recommendation, and it was fantastic. Like I
Wait,
don't.
what's it on Shutter or where is that?
I watched it on Crunchyroll. Noah says it's on Hulu too.
Yeah, it's Japanese anime from the first season
Oh,
is
oh, that's the
about
movie that's blowing up right now, right? That
yeah, it was
everybody's
number one at the
Dude,
box office this weekend, and
dude,
I did in fact give it a 10 out of 10. I think it's one of the best pieces of animation I've maybe ever seen in my entire life. I was pretty knocked
season
out by
one
it.
was
Loved it. Loved the movie.
season one was so fun.
Loved
I
the
don't know
first
how to
season of the
describe it.
show as well,
So
but
fun.
the movie was like you know when you see the phrase in a trailer, it's like jaw dropping. I'm like, fucking literally, dude. The last like 35 to 40 minutes of the movie, I'm just sitting there, just like completely mouth agape, just like, holy shit. Like, you know, eyeballs on fire. This is incredible. This is mind blowing. For like 40 minutes straight, I shit you not. One of the most like amazing extended action sequences, whether you're a fan of animation or not. It just like, oh man, an absolute knockout. I'm taking Brendan like sometime this weekend because he literally binged
Yeah,
the entire show after I like raved about the movie to him. He's like, that
I
sounds
don't
cool.
even
I'm gonna
know.
watch that.
Did it even last 24 hours? No, I think I watched the whole season in like 16 hours.
Yeah. Well, it's
It
only
well,
was
yeah. But highly recommend. I mean, it's horror adjacent and that there are demons involved, but you know, it's an anime, so it's got
devils
its
and
own
fiends.
its own
wasn't there a
universe, its
Demon
own world.
Slayer movie that blew up as well?
That was
Oh yeah.
absolutely massive. Chainsaw Man has done well, but the Demon Slayer movie, which I think is the third movie after 4 seasons of the show, um, I believe is like just shy of you know, about 800 mil worldwide right now, somewhere in there,
Okay.
which is still nothing compared to Ne Zha 2, the Chinese animated movie from earlier this year, which I believe is now one of like the five highest grossing movies of all time. It's made over $2 billion just in this year.
What
Yeah.
did you think of it, Noah? Did you?
I only saw the first one because I missed this. I watched the first one so that I could go see the second one in theaters because I was like, it's, become a phenomenon. And they were doing the A24 release of it with like an English dub with like famous voice actors, which I was like, whatever. But I watched the first one streaming and was like, it was actually pretty fucking solid. And so I was excited to go see the second one. And by the time that like a time worked out, because the movie's like 2.5 hours long, but by the time a show time worked out in relationship to my work schedule, it was out of theaters and I missed the boat on it. So I'm waiting for it to hit just like regular streaming so I can watch it. Because yeah, I mean, that's the highest grossing movie of this year by a long shot. I'm pretty sure. I don't think anything's gonna touch that. But yeah.
Not until next year
Yeah,
when the
dude.
Odyssey comes out.
But yeah, of course it came stateside here and did absolutely nothing,
Mm.
but shows you how irrelevant our box office is at this point. Um, just compared to international box office in general.
Yeah.
People are unfortunately are not going to the movies much
Say Asia, it's
here.
like how many countries, you know?
Yeah, man.
Don't
Um,
forget in December, the greatest franchise to ever exist is putting out its third
well,
movie.
it's gonna. I mean, yeah, I feel like we're ruining the Arctober vibes. We're basically admitting defeat already, but I mean, yeah, but yes,
I got,
but
I'll bring it
yes,
back. I'll bring it
Avatar,
back.
please do. But yes, Avatar will come and save the American box office at least at the end of the year, as per usual. Big Jim will be back in full effect. Yes, take us back, Evan. Please do.
Our discussion last week about I Know What You Did Last Summer, it inspired me to go back and revisit the first one, which I hadn't probably done in 10 years, maybe. Something at least 10 years, maybe more. Man, that movie fucking holds up, man. It's
I
pretty
completely
good.
disagree. I hated it so much on a
It's
rewatch.
nostalgic for me. It must be because it's so nostalgic for me. Dude, the fucking cars in that movie. Do you remember how Barham's Honda Accord? It was Honda Accord, right?
Yeah,
That thing that wouldn't die.
yeah.
They were all of the same body style, interior. Like, dude, there was something about it just for me. It just like I feel like I got transported back to 1997.
7, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
I just prefer the sequel. Did you watch I Still Know
no, no, no,
afterwards?
no, no. Don't get me wrong. I still know is it's still my favorite, and it always has been of the those movies. But well, the only two that are worth talking about, I guess. But but no, we started it the other night, and she's been bugging me because we had to call it a night or whatever. So she's been bugging me to watch the rest of it because it's a better movie. It's a even the initial setup and everything. It's really good. I don't know. But I fucking forgot about Anne Heche in the first one,
Yeah.
and just all kinds of random stuff like that. I don't know. Ryan
Jo-
Phillippe was
J
actually,
Johnny Galecki getting that's the one
yeah,
cool kill.
that is
Getting
a great kill.
throated.
It's a great
Yeah,
kill.
that is.
Um, Sarah Michelle Gellar, always good to see her. Yeah.
Maybe I'll go back and I'll watch the third and fourth one. And hello, Gavin, and welcome everyone officially to the final episode of ARKTOBER 2025. I'm Noah, and as you have heard over the course of the last hour, I have been joined by Mr. Patrick J. Blanchard, Mr. Evan Twohig, and Mr. Brendan Riley. But finally, my brother, my blood-sucking brother has arrived. The child of the night, Gavin, is here.
Thank you all for waiting for me. I appreciate your patience in this matter, but I
Now,
am finally here.
now let's fucking talk about weapons, dude. You watched it?
The
Yeah.
Dark Lords have finally let their Renfield loose, and I am here to serve your needs for ARKTOBER.
Is that do I have to pay special to do that? How'd you do that?
I have a $500 mixer.
Okay. Say no more. Say no more. I can't do fun things like that. That was fucking great, Patrick. Thank you. Gavin, what did you think, dude? I just talked to mom about it like an hour or two ago.
Me, same. I talked to her today because I had, I'm sure she probably told you dad had to lose a tooth, so I had to help him out with all that. But I loved it. It just, it's, I don't, I was wondering the entire time, what is it? Is it like supernatural? Is it power of perception, all that, and like, or is it like something, creepy? What is it? And the payoff was perfect to me. Um, so yeah, I watched it with Becky, and she was like, little to start with, but by the end she was like, oh, it's good. But
That's all you got out of her?
like, she's really big on like, do you know? She's like, do you know what this is? I was like, no, I don't know what's going on. She goes, well, if you know what's going on, if it's a ghost or if it's aliens or if it's a person, if you can tell me that to start with, then like I'll be okay with it. I was like, well, I haven't seen this, so I have no idea what's going on here. And so,
It's none of them.
yeah,
Turns out.
I mean, it's just magic. Now you see me, now you don't.
I mean, it's
Well, I would liken it to like, some voodoo for sure.
I mean, is it the same as the Armitage or Arbridge family, whatever the people are in Get Out? Is it the same like technique you would say, or is it like second cousin of whatever happens when you go in the sunken
No,
place or
because
whatever?
I feel like Get Out was more hypnosis. Where in weapons,
this is like
you had
ritualistic to me, and it
Yeah.
seems very
Yeah.
simple of
yeah.
like weapon, target. You have to get those two things together, wrap them
Hmm.
together around
Yeah.
your stick, and then make your
Cut
shit
yourself.
Right.
happen. But
I just
it's
love that it
not
Yeah,
doesn't
like
it's
explain
she's
very
itself either.
exactly, but it's not like Gladys is like sitting there going like beaming thoughts into anybody's head. It's like it's this one thing, and she's like, I can make them do other stuff, but we don't necessarily see all that. We don't see the full extent of her power.
Yeah.
Uh,
I
but
yeah. She's a succubus.
yeah, it's it's undefined. Well, that's kind of what I want to talk about, given that I assume at this point, after it's been on HBO for like 2 weeks, any listeners at this point have seen it. And I'm kind of more interested in like the discourse around people who saw it in theaters and people seeing it now and the hype cycle and people like the backlash to the backlash, all of that sort of shit. Um, but I guess what I'm most interested in personally is the idea that this movie has to have some like deeper meaning or has to have some like read or thematic thrust that can be applied to it and like people being frustrated by either people saying, "Oh, it's this," or people being frustrated by not being able to like put it into a box,
So
basically.
I think so. I don't know from the interviews that I've heard with Krager on this one, it sounded just like, what was it, dealing with a friend's death. He starts writing this. It's like a little bit about grief, but you get to, I mean, at the end of the day, he's telling a story. I don't think he's like,
That's the thing is I think that's the cultural thing and that's just by virtue of anything that's like a hit that's gonna be like picked apart by like the mainstream of the internet, so to speak. It's like, yeah, everybody has to have like a take on it, so to speak. So I just
Like
the
what
funny thing
does
is if you listening to him talk about it, he's kind of like, it's the same as like this anytime someone applies something to like a Tarantino movie, or you pick your director, writer, whatever, that they generally come out with like, oh, I actually didn't even think of
I
that,
was
but
gonna
like
say I would
someone else
argue
brought.
Tarantino movies aren't about anything by and large. Like most
Well,
of
but
them
he's
are not
but
about
he's
anything.
he's like famously said, for example, he's like, well, I kind of like, he's like, well, that's not what I was thinking necessarily, but he's like, I kind of like that people bring their own shit to the movie and they apply, the idea. But I think I'm sure everybody feels that way. Sometimes people are just telling an interesting story. It doesn't have to mean anything
Yeah, I
great.
guess that's what I keep coming back to is I'm like I feel like we've gotten away from that of like guys, didn't you just enjoy that it was like you didn't know where it was going and it kept you on the edge of your seat and there was all these interesting characters and like it was kind of interesting that like all the fucking adults suck and then the one like good person in the whole movie is the kid and he's smart and like gets shit done at the end and then
Yeah.
talk about the most cathartic ending of
Well,
the year, dude. I mean, people were cheering in the theater. Um, I mentioned I don't know who I've definitely talked to Brendan about this, but when I saw it in a packed house opening weekend, when Josh Brolin has the dream sequence
oh, dude, yeah.
where he sees Gladys or he's looking at his kid and then his kid turns into Gladys for a second and he wakes up and he's like, "What the fuck?" The
So,
I have never personally witnessed an entire audience like that laugh simultaneously. Like in even in a comedy, um, where everybody was on the same page. That line reading crushed so hard. I was like, that's the best crowd reaction I've seen to a movie.
that's
In easily like a decade. I mean, I can't I mean, it's been a minute. The last time was probably like the crowd watching like Django in Sumter. You remember around Christmas? Like that was a rowdy crowd. That was fun. Um, but yeah,
Yeah,
this was
I
everybody locked in, just like absolutely locked in. It was a great time.
I would
Sorry, you
agree
go
with
ahead, Brendan.
Noah. Like, I know we were talking about this, but there were so many just satisfying scenes where things that you wanted to happen, they happened, but you didn't know you wanted them to happen in that way. Like Gladys at the end with the kids, that whole chase scene getting ripped apart was just fantastic, so satisfying.
Uh,
And then the cop guy. What's up?
You were lagging.
oh, you were
Yeah.
lagging. I was just gonna
Oh,
ask Gav a question, but no, you continue.
my bad. Yeah, and like we were talking about Gladys in the woods. With the kid that's addicted, and he sees Gladys in the woods, and then
Oh, that's easily the scare for me. That was the one moment in the movie because the jump scares didn't really get me. I thought they were fun. They're
That
they're
second
they're
jump
fine.
scare got me from the ceiling for sure.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, none of those got me, although I thought they were very fun. But that scene in the woods where
With
she
Gladys.
is just sitting out there in the middle distance, like the framing of that shot, and you just you can only make out like so much of her face at the time, and you still have not had the reveal of her yet. I was like, that's the scariest
Dude,
shit I've seen
and
in
then
a minute. That
this
that
back and
really
forth
that fucked me
between
up. Oh, and
the
the
cop and
sorry, go ahead.
the attic, the cop in the attic, the cop in the attic, and they're going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And you get the different perspective, different views, different days, and then, and then homie gets stabbed in the face with three syringes. Like I couldn't help but laugh, dude. That was
Dude,
so funny.
yeah, after picking him up and
Dude,
pricking his finger and having the whole freak out moment, to come back literally the next day and get stabbed in the cheek. What a great, dude. Again,
Oh,
one of the
so
funniest
good.
movies I've seen all year, while also being like just one of the most thrilling, and then like I said, just satisfying at the end. The other huge
Austin
audience
I,
Abrams, man.
reaction moment, I will say, dude, Austin
oh
Abrams
yeah,
absolutely crushed
He
that
he
movie. But
is so good.
the other moment that people absolutely lost their shit at was when she is staked out in front of the house
yep, yep.
Oh,
and
dude.
the front door
That's
opens
that's the most
Oh,
disturbing.
easily.
That's
and
the
the
most
mom
disturbing.
comes out, comes to the window, disappears from the window. Dude, like the escalation of the audience to like, oh my God, when the car door
No, no,
opens,
dude. People are
everybody starts
screaming.
flipping out. When the scissors come out, everybody starts flipping the fuck out. When the hair gets cut, everybody starts laughing because they're like, what the fuck is going on? Like,
Oh,
what is happening right now? Um, dude,
That might be my favorite scene of the whole movie, dude. That because you
Oh,
think that
it's
she
dude,
runs away and then
terrifying.
you hear the car door open, you gotta get chills, dude. It gives you chills. It's disturbing.
great stuff. Patrick, have you watched Barbarian since we last
I haven't yet. I've been fighting through movies that
are
I had
required?
picked out,
Yeah.
and I'm not going to hit one of the ones that I want to watch most likely.
I feel you. Well, in Barbarian, you're going to have to stream because famously it does not have a physical release. So I don't know
Yeah,
that you'll be able to pick it up at your library.
yeah.
But yeah. Uh, Gav.
I would say that I favor weapons, and
Oh,
that's
so
and that's like picking a nine versus a nine. I mean, there's no wrong choice, but if I had to favor one, I'm going weapons.
yeah, I mean, I think they're both great. I think if I'm looking for like pure scares, I'm
Going
probably still
barbarian.
going Barbarian because
Yeah.
what has amazed me is even knowing all of the twists and turns of that movie, and I've gone back like two or three times now. It still gets me, man. It's like,
Yeah,
dude, when they get yeah,
Bar-
it's good stuff.
Barbarian's also funnier too. Like his,
I
his
do think it's pound for pound just as funny as Weapons, like if not more so. And I
they're
kind
both funny.
yeah,
I just
Dude,
so
Justin Long's character, yeah, dude.
so
yeah,
good.
but see, he same thing with the whole Austin Abrams character situation. Like he's able to pick these actors who have a sort of like inherent comedic quality, and he's able to capitalize on it. Like he knows whatever it is he's got it dialed in, or whoever he's
Yeah.
using for a casting director, whatever the fuck. It's like
So
they've got the
Gav,
right people.
I want to
Well,
ask now that you've seen both.
well, I hope that he's gonna do the same crew that on the Resident Evil movie that he's
That's
about to
exactly
come
what
out
I
with.
was about to ask you
Yeah.
because Gavin is the diehard
Okay, and
Resident Evil.
I just watched the Romero doc where they basically do a mini bio on him, do a mini bio on Biohazard, and then they tell you how he got a treatment for it, and then Capcom was like, "No, we don't like this," and booted him off the Resident Evil project. So like,
Did,
and I'm ready for the next one when it comes out.
did you have to rent that Romero
To be,
Resident Evil doc? Oh, it's
to
on there now?
be,
Hell
it
yeah, dude.
sure is. Yeah,
I'm gonna watch that
uh,
at work
dude,
on Halloween.
it's so because
Gavin, what did you think of Raccoon City? I kind of dug it.
I did, dude. Honestly, I was like, you know what? Just even with making it like Wesker, so Wesker and Jill having a thing in that one.
Sorry, you guys are talking about the Netflix show?
No, the
No, no,
movie,
there's a
Welcome to Raccoon
movie that
City.
came out in 2021. Is that right?
Yeah.
2022?
Or is
Yeah.
it another?
Before the
Sorry, is
series.
it another animated one?
No, it's a real Tom, what's his face from the big dude in Umbrella Academy. He's also in it's something he's you know who I'm talking about.
Let me look it up.
When did
I
this
feel like it
when
got the
did this
scope right.
happen?
I like 2020 maybe.
It's Resident Evil Raccoons. Welcome to Raccoon City, I
Yeah.
think.
Hmm.
Okay, you guys go ahead, continue. I'm
Well, basically, the whole bit with him and Jill having a thing and not Chris. After watching this Romero doc, where like his idea for Chris one was that like him and Jill were together, but Chris was not a Stars member. He was just a Native American guy who knew Raccoon City because he'd grown up there and knew the Spencer Mansion because he played there as a kid and like knew to avoid all
Oh my
these booby
god.
traps and stuff. Listen, just watch the Romero doc like the last hour just to get what he was going to do with Resident Evil. You don't have to worry about that. I mean, they do a good job of like quickly telling you like what the Nintendo guy who was making all these games he wanted to make Resident Evil, but he couldn't do it on the Nintendo, so they go through all that with like PlayStation, how it evolved, and then they get into what Romero had planned for it, and it's so completely different. But knowing what it is different, it makes me like Welcome to Raccoon City because some of the beats in that are the same thing that were in Romero's script. And I don't know if whoever made that Welcome to Raccoon City movie knew that. I'm sure they probably had like information, any kind of history they wanted to get from Capcom. But like, I don't know. I'm really hoping that the guy who directed this movie, Weapons, that he
Zach
does a good
Cregger.
job with Resident Evil because
Dude,
He has explicitly said that it is not tied to any
right,
specific
and
game
that's
plot. He is saying it is in the universe and it is faithful to the spirit of the franchise, as he puts
good.
it. And he's not trying to piss anybody off, but it's like it's an original story, straight
what's
up.
Right.
what's funny about Welcome to Raccoon City is like from playing the games growing up, I felt like that was the first movie to truly capture like the atmosphere of the video game
Oh
in
yeah.
a way that the other ones never really did. And yeah, so hopefully he can nail that down because that's one of the great that was one of the most fun parts about playing that game, I thought.
You might have said this and I might have blanked out. Is Mila Jovovich coming back in this one, or
No, she was not back in the last one. So okay, listen. The deal is that like uh
did I pronounce that name right
this
too? It's like
yeah,
Djokovic.
that's it.
You got
So
close
like
enough, bud. No.
Constantine Films, who's like I think it's a German production company, distribution company. They went to Capcom first before anybody else, and they pitched for like let's give us the rights to make your movie. So from '96 till to when we get the Resident Evil with Mila Jovovich, like there's a ton of work going on to get a script out really quick. And again, the account is Romero submits two scripts to them. They don't tell him yes or no. And there's an interview with a guy from Capcom, and he's like, "Yeah, well, we Romero wanted to make Resident Evil like one of his movies, so his script wasn't great, so we canned him." And that's kind of the first that he's hearing that like I didn't, what's going on here? I don't have the job anymore. So moving from then on, Constantine basically goes back and forth. Their whole thing with back and forth was like, we want it to be just like the story, or we want to have a little bit to do with it. And eventually they wind up making the Resident Evil movie that we get with Mila Jovovich that has like, it's kind of adjacent. It's underground. It's like kind of attached to the first game. And then you get to the second movie with her, Apocalypse, and it's like that until Welcome to Raccoon City was the most faithful, I thought, because you had characters from one and two in there. They looked like they should from the game, and they were, they kind of did stuff. And so that's why like Apocalypse, Resident Evil Apocalypse is the only one I like from that first series. But this new one's not gonna have anything to do with it, which that's what I was saying. No, I liked that he came out and said, I'm not going to do this story, that story, this, because you've seen it already, you play it already. I'm going to do my own thing in this world. Like if he did an offshoot and just one of the
Yeah, we just
random
totally
shot
lost.
and nobody knew who he was, like that'd be dope. But yeah,
Um, yeah, I still like I'm very interested to see what he does. Prior to this, I always thought it just made sense to like if you just made four as a movie,
Right.
it'd be pretty compelling. Like if you just did the plot of four, it would people would watch that. But
Mhm.
what do I know? And then there is a Silent Hill movie that I think is
Yeah, I
supposed to
heard.
come another Silent Hill movie that's supposed to come out. I thought this month, but I don't know what happened to that.
First one
Um,
almost did it, and it just, I don't know. Man, I just don't know.
you can't. I don't think you can make the. You can't make those games into movies because of like all the subtext stuff that's going on in Silent Hill. It looks cool visually, but like you can't really do. I don't think you can do a movie from that with what's going on because it's so like I don't know. It's so. It's not. I don't think it's something anybody would like to sit there and watch. Whereas like Resident Evil, you've got the action component.
Yeah.
So.
Gavin, I did want to ask you, how long did it take you to recognize Amy Madigan?
As soon as she started, like I saw the face, and I was like, "Is that fucking Shanice?" And then she started talking. I was like, "That is Shanice.
Uncle
That is
Buck?
Shanice." Okay, okay. Because I don't know her. I don't know her name in Field of Dreams, and I'm
I
sure
don't
she's in a ton of other
either.
stuff, but
Field of
she'll
Dreams is what
always be
always comes
Shanice
to
to me.
mind, but yeah, Uncle Buck is
Dude,
iconic as
Shanice is
well.
it. That's
Dude,
And
I
then
still
I
think,
do, dude, I love her in Gone Baby Gone. You are an abomination. He's so good, dude.
dude, this is another thing. When we have a big group like this, you need to come up with one on the top, like off the cuff thing of like pick a name, pick a person, and see who everybody remembers them as. Because like, I mean, yeah, maybe Shanice
I
and Uncle
like that,
Buck.
Gavin.
You
Gavin,
know,
that's a good one actually.
who's that person? All who is it? All who is it? Always is what I always wanted to call
Who
it.
is that
Who,
to
yeah,
you?
who is it all? Like who is it to you? And it doesn't matter who they are, what's going on. It's like they're all you're always gonna know. They could go on and do tons of things, but you'll always know them as like this character. You know.
Absolutely.
Because I've always been curious with whatever, because everybody has one person. It's like, oh, he's this person or she's that person, and very rarely, at least with me and
all
other
right,
people.
Gary Sinise, go. Yeah.
Forrest
I
Gump,
was gonna
right?
say,
Gonna say
fa
Forrest.
I was gonna say famously, Gavin, you constantly, I feel like constantly are saying, that movie with Laura Palmer's daddy, or that
Yeah,
TV
that
show
dude.
with Laura Palmer's daddy, and I'm like,
Yeah.
the man's name is Ray Wise, but like in your head, he's just Laura
No,
Palmer's daddy.
it's
Like,
because
it's not even Leland Palmer. You're like, that's Laura Palmer's dad, dude.
that's just because I'm afraid I'm gonna say Ray Winston or Ray
Fair.
Weinstone or something ridiculous, and I'm like, I'm
Yeah.
just gonna call him Laura Palmer's
Well,
dad because
Can't
Wes,
say
that's who he'll
Marquis, Grant.
again. That's who he'll always be to me, Laura Palmer's dad. It's that simple.
we got Wesley Snipes as Blade.
See, excuse me, for me, he will always be Grill Vogel, uh, who is the hug coordinator teacher from Tim and Eric Awesome Show. Great job.
Oh,
He
that's a good one.
he
Are you
teaches
just
people
saying
how to give corporate hugs while
it's either
also
that
being
or
Laura Palmer's dad. Yes.
I mean, he's for me.
am I on
I
mute
don't know
still?
his name, but he's always white men can't jump.
Yeah, I was gonna say White Men Can't Jump was the other one. Yeah.
That's a
Okay.
great
Oh,
movie.
not
Yeah.
Noxzema, not Miss Noxzema, not from
Billy Hall.
From Tu Wong
What is
Fu.
his name in the movie? I can't remember his name in the movie. Patrick is Billy Hall is Woody.
I cannot remember. I saw
Wait,
that movie in the
we're
theater when I
asking
was
about
17.
Wesley's name in White Man
And
Yeah,
white
Can't
men
Can't
Jump?
can't
jump.
jump. Yeah,
I
Woody's
just
name is Billy
rewatched it
Hall.
recently. It's a good
Woody
name
going
too.
Harrelson, just what a great career.
going sizzler.
Dude, he was in Cheers, by the way.
Dude, he's just the man.
Sidney Dean.
Sidney Dean.
Sydney,
Yes,
Ooh.
yes, 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 yes.
Yeah.
So
Billy
he's
and
either
Sydney.
Sidney
Yes,
or Blade for
dude,
sure. Oh, and then
he's always
Ryan
gonna be
Reynolds.
Miss Noxzema, dude.
He's not in King of New York, is he?
Oh yeah, Tu Wong Fu. Thanks for everything.
Yeah,
Julie Newmar.
I don't think he's in King of New York, but he's definitely in New Jack City.
yeah,
Oh,
that's
okay.
what you. Yeah,
He is in New Jack City.
Yeah, Lawrence Fishburne is King of New York and probably his best, or
oh,
my
that hands
personal
down, dude.
favorite
Dude, he's
Yes,
pure
performance.
evil. Fishburne is
Maybe
pure
not
evil.
his best performance, but he's incredible in that
But that's
movie.
another
He's
one.
I
When he
think
over
has
the
My
to turn,
top,
favorite.
terrible, and
that's
awesome.
where you jump from Larry to Lawrence in that performance. He
Oh
was
that,
my
Larry
God.
Fishburne beforehand. Now he's Lawrence
that's
Fishburne.
to
I
Gavin's.
don't know. For me, the jump to Lawrence comes with Boys in the Hood.
I was gonna say Boys in the Hood, I think is the
Damn,
best
yeah,
like
it's a great
adult
movie.
performance. And then most iconic, obviously, is Morpheus. But like,
Morpheus is what most people would
well,
remember Lawrence
obviously,
Fishburne as, without
yeah.
a doubt.
But
Wait,
I
well, what
totally
did
remember
Dude,
King of New
King of
York
New
come
Morpheus
out
York,
from
after
before or
watching
Volume
that
after?
though, it's
3.
just he's so fucking bad in that movie. He's so evil. It's just he's fantastic. I don't know, man. He felt like dude felt like he was a fucking virus. I don't know. Yeah, he just stuck in my brain after that movie.
Are you talking
Uh,
about King of New?
excuse me.
What movie are you talking about, Ev?
King of New York. It's
Okay, yeah, yeah, all right, yeah. It's no,
yeah.
I thought that's what you were talking about, but I couldn't remember if you'd switched. But yeah,
All
you're right,
right. Any
100%.
other like as we're winding down in the
Sorry.
waning days of October. No, no, no. This is all good. And I definitely we should this is a good topic. We should definitely do this again. Agreed. Uh are there any other ones we want to hit? And Gavin, do you have any other like further thoughts on weapons, or did anybody else have anything they want to say? Because we kind of held off on like
yeah, I
speaking
agree.
about it. And did anybody also have any other like last minute watches? Or more importantly, what are your Halloween plans? Are you planning to watch any like last minute movies? If so, what are they going to
All
be?
Whisper in the Darkness.
You did watch that one, you said?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It was probably the best morning horror movie to, or like I don't know, scary movie to watch because like Sam let the drop the girls off or let the drop Isabel off at Squad, our the youngest daughter, and I'm like, all right, listen, I'm drinking my coffee and I'm watching this Lovecraftian black and white movie, and it was just the perfect thing to watch on a dreary Pacific Northwest morning, man. It was I enjoyed the shit out of it. I was like, man,
Okay, good. I'm glad.
I need a little more black and white movie type
Maybe give the lighthouse another peek.
noir. Yeah.
Maybe give the lighthouse another peek.
I don't know. I
That's
think
all
these
I'm
guys are having sex with these mermaids.
It
Dude,
it did my heart good that I saw that Gavin watched Byzantium. I don't know whether
I'm
he liked
very
it or not, but like
Oh, dude,
I will shout that movie to the rooftops.
is it based off anything, or is that just like an original thing he get? I meant to ask you about that last time we talked.
As far as I know, it's original.
That's I
that's
that
the Neil Jordan different take on vampires.
Yeah.
yeah. Well,
Okay.
I was personally surprised that I got not Sam Riley, but also Johnny Lee Miller in the same movie together. That was a nice little gem with the two of them, and the lore behind how you become whatever creature that is. Because I mean, technically they are walking around
Well,
in the day, so I don't know.
don't spoil it for me.
It's good, dude. You should really watch it.
Vampiric elements, but it's so it's Gemma Arterton and Saoirse.
Saoirse.
Seriously.
It's
Mm.
Saoirse Ronan.
Yep.
I might have.
Hey.
I feel like I definitely have to watch it now.
Damn, I gotta watch that now too.
Yeah.
I haven't even heard of that.
And then
Where
I
can we
did
watch Byzantium, by the way?
Tubi.
Tubi. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Word.
Oh, dude.
And then I watched Only Lovers Left Alive after last week.
Hell
What'd
yeah.
you
Oh, I loved it. Like there are just so many little bits and that like
add?
there my heart like just did flips when they did the whole Christopher Marlowe's actually Shakespeare.
Yes, dude.
Like
I same.
like I was dying. Particularly like I took an entire class in college on Richard III, like a whole class just on Richard III, uh, for a senior seminar where we read Marlowe's one about Edward uh, Longshanks, which completely different writing styles and everything. Like the world thinks Shakespeare is the greatest playwright ever, but if you ask everybody at the time, oh, it's Christopher Marlowe. That Shakespeare sucks. He's pop drivel, man. Marlowe's where it's at. So I just love that conceit. It was just great. Everything about that movie was just so much fun.
I'll
Hell
I'll
yeah.
be watching Raw or Green Room before tomorrow's over. So
Good.
Don't watch
great.
them back to back, man.
Yeah, not back to back.
Or
That's a
do
rough day.
and
That
let
would
us
be a
know how it goes.
rough day.
It's hard to steer you towards one or the other,
That's what I'm
but
asking.
I think both are weird late Arctober picks in general. I would say
Green
Green
Room,
Room over Raw, but
100%.
you gotta see Raw at some point.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just because
Green Room.
I can already tell you, I'm like, you're gonna enjoy Green Room more than you're gonna enjoy Raw.
Yeah,
Is
Just period.
you're
Just
gonna
knowing
thoroughly.
you. Yeah.
Raw's French, right? It's a French movie, if I
Yes.
remember right. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's very French. It's good, very good. You'll enjoy Green Room better than
okay.
Raw's.
Yeah.
Green room it is in the darkness that be.
Absolutely. I always have my staples of The Shining and the original Halloween day of, but with one day left to go, I don't know. There's a lot I kind of want to try and squeeze in a lot of your usual rewatches. I haven't done The Exorcist this year, but I just did it last year post losing Friedkin. Um, haven't done Blair Witch. Probably will make time for that because it's short. Um, But I've hit a lot of big guns. I've done a lot of Carpenter, done a lot of Craven, and then I've done a lot of new stuff. Like a lot of stuff that was new to me. New movies this year and just like other random old shit that I hadn't been through. But yeah, it's been fun. Uh
Can I ask the question? Well, who's on the Mount Rushmore? Did you get votes in?
I'm gonna full transparency. Not a single fucking person responded in the
I try
like five
I
or
try to
six
sneak in a
times
vote.
that I reposted. And I will double check again. But yeah, I kept posting to the story and, linking to the, hey, go to the page and do the thing.
The link
Nobody.
didn't work for me, by the way, so I don't know if it was on one of them.
Oh, there's no link. It's just like on the story, it's like I just reposted, hey, here's the post I made. So when you click on that to click see post, and I just, I told everybody like in the comments, like put your put your picks. Nobody put their
There's no
picks.
like voting function. There's got to be a.
So I couldn't put a poll I couldn't do like the question thing in your story that had all of the options, if that makes sense. Like there was no way to list all, like even narrowing it down to like eight. I think the most I could list for giving people like a poll option where they could do like was like four or something. So yeah, at least that's the story's functionality.
At least
Maybe
now we
there's
know.
more tools if I have like a professional profile or I pay for some shit, but I don't know. I'm not giving
All right.
Meta
I love
any
you guys.
fucking
I got to
money.
be up in a few hours for
Love
work,
you
so
too, dude. Thanks for
Later.
hanging. Happy Arktober. We'll chat with you
I will. Yeah. No, I'll
in
text
in
you tomorrow the next
November.
day. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, and we'll next time we'll be doing we'll be back to the bracket, man. We got to finish the
We gotta
bracket.
finish that bracket,
Yeah.
and then I really like Gavin's idea too. Like, what is it? Who reminds you of what character? So
Oh, absolutely. We can
The idea is like
let's run through this.
Noah just picks a random name out of the air and you just do it. It's like you could
I just
do any person
well,
anytime.
maybe it's our first video pod, and like
John
Yeah.
Krasinski.
Brendan can put clothes on, and I can drop, you know I can literally like drop photos into the chat, and people are like, oh, that's such and such, that's such and such, and then we reveal the
ooh,
actor
Jim
name.
from The
Way better if
Office.
they're obscure
That could be
character
fun.
actors, though.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that could be fun. That could be fun.
I like that.
Something
Okay.
along those lines. We'll figure that shit out.
All right, guys.
But yeah, dude, we'll see you for the bracket next time. Later, dude.
Later.
Later.
Uh, yeah. Speaking of which, Patrick, I don't know if you've listened to any of that. I would not expect you to. But over the course of about, I think it was 5 or 6 episodes it ended up being, and we're still not done with it. We were trying to determine the site's 25 favorite movies of the last 25 years.
Ah,
And before, Mayfield had the idea of like, hey, why doesn't everybody just submit their individual list and we just do this ranked choice voting style, which is how we came to the horror list, where it was very uniform and it was easy to figure out and everybody kind of got some favorites in there and it was weird and janky and whatever.
yeah.
Well, we didn't do that. We decided to spend 4 or 5 episodes nominating movies, arguing over them, and then from a pool of like 80 something, then trying to like eliminate and narrow it down to where we got to a 64 movie bracket to then eventually become a 25 list somehow. And we're
Oh,
we're deep in the midst of that project, but we had to put it all on hold because it's been October for the last 4 or 5 weeks. I don't know how many October episodes we've done, but
Oh
I
my
will
god.
say I feel like we were working overtime. I hope everybody's enjoyed this because uh last year and kind of the year prior, like 2 years ago, we did like an episode or two, but we used to make this like you got at least a solid month of horror programming. We always try
Mhm.
to do 4 episodes minimum. So I want to thank all of you guys and the guys that aren't here, Barham, Mayfield, uh, Brendan, who just stepped away. But but yeah, everybody who's jumped aboard this season and celebrated with us. But yeah, I feel like we outdid ourselves compared to years prior where we have slacked off. But this used to be a go-to tradition here on the network, and I'm glad we've officially revived it. Again, we had cool articles on the site from Mr. Sunshine Mayfield. Some more underseen horror movies that you can check out. Of course, we did our own 25 list for the site. Hope everybody enjoyed that. We had a Giallo episode. We had a Gateway episode to kick off the month. But yeah, it's been a good time. I hope you guys enjoyed it. But we'll be back to our kind of regularly scheduled programming, which when we stopped doing this was the bracket. So we'll finish that, and then we got to turn right around, and it's the end of the year, and everybody's got to start making year-end list. And we will probably approach that in a similar fashion, where if everybody wants to kind of collectively make their movie and TV list, and we set a deadline for it, Alex has offered to crunch the numbers and we could put out like a site wide thing. And then I think we have an episode where everybody gets to just go through their individual lists. And obviously, there'll be a lot of crossover, presumably. And we'll figure out the
I'll be the
mechanics
Amanda and
of that
recount
with
our
like
but
a ton of people. But yeah, uh, we're gonna keep the large format going. If you guys are down to join us, everybody is always welcome. So for now,
Okay,
any
like
fine any final? Sorry, Gav.
yeah, I mean, like, could Evan and Patrick tell you what they're gonna do with their Halloween day and what they're planning to watch?
They
'Cause I feel like
totally can. They totally can.
I feel like Brendan just did it and dipped out, and you're like, all right, we're gonna go ahead and end now.
It felt like it was a good time to end it. We've been going for like an like an hour and a half. It's been super cash. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut it off though. Everybody, please indulge me. What are you watching? What are your plans?
yeah, sifting through horror on Tubi has been challenging. Um, but I still know what you did last summer is going to probably be the next thing, followed by I'll be on a trip. I want to sneak out to the theaters and catch something. Is there any good horror in the theaters right now?
You're kind of taking a dice roll.
On
I think
Conjuring and what else?
so. Black Phone 2,
You guys
Shelby
like
Oaks is out, which has gotten mixed reviews. Conjuring, obviously, I haven't seen, but I would not recommend. I'm not a fan of those movies, so I don't know if that's the vibe. Um, Scary in theaters right now. It's and see again,
Shelby's Oaks is mixed positive or mixed
yeah.
positive,
I
right?
mean,
Or mostly positive.
and again, I think everything always plays a little bit better in a theater, so maybe you go give that one a shot. Uh, Again, from what little I do know about it, it's kind of at least approaching like similar vibes to what we were talking about earlier with Strange Harvest, where
Right.
a portion of it is like a, documentary style before I think it goes into a more traditional narrative structure uh, at some point.
Anyway, I'll be
But yeah,
I'll be on
maybe that's the
try,
move because I
trying
definitely
to
would
pay for
not
daycare.
recommend. I definitely would not recommend Conjuring. Uh, And yeah, I don't think there's any like last minute. I mean, I'm gonna go see Begonia, uh, the new Yorgos Lanthimos movie, but I don't think that is horror in any traditional sort of sense. They just happen to be dropping
Transition
it on
movie to November.
Halloween. But again, I'm like, literally, Halloween falls on a Friday this year. There is no big splashy horror movie. It just like I don't know. I feel like I complain about this every year. We do get horror like staggered throughout, you know, there's There's little spurts of it. You usually get the dumping grounds of like January, February. They usually try one or two during the summer. It's like it is a consistent genre, but then I feel like we get to October and everybody just like either punts to November because they think like, oh, there's going to be one movie that overtakes everything. But like Black Phone 2 was literally it. Like that was the only big
Yeah.
studio release of the month. And I mean, it did. It made its money. It did quite well. Uh, I just wish there was more options. I know there's some stuff coming in November, but again, that just feels weird to me. Like, why are they holding it? I don't get it.
I mean, if you get a chance, it's wherever you're at's randomly like throwing an old classic on. Like,
Yeah, I've been
did
disappointed by the retro
did
stuff
you
locally. You got
did
anything
you go
over there?
did you go to Psycho with us, Noah, at the Regal? Did you go that time?
Yeah, when mom
Yeah,
took us, that was
like a fan, like dad came with
yeah,
that.
that
That
was
was
several
wild.
years ago. Yeah, no, that
But
was a good time.
yeah, if you could find one of those, I always if it I mean it never happens. It's never happens like at least here in Sumter, they don't have like a flashback cinema Friday night thing, and it's like it's kind of technically mom and pop because it's not a big like she has the franchise and all, but it's not as big as like an AMC. So like she could get a print and run something, but never does. You know, I'm like
I was gonna
you
say the Beacon doesn't have like one screen showing retro stuff now. I feel like that's the
I would
trend, even at like the big multiplexes that are still like not conglomerate, not
if it's
AMC or
one
not
theater, I don't know.
Regal
It
or
might be one
Cinemark.
that like
I think
it
Cinemark's
might.
dead.
Like I said, Regal nationwide has been running the like select theaters, like the theater itself of the Regal franchise has to buy into it. They've
Hmm.
been running retro horror every day for the month.
Oh wow. So
Uh,
that's
li-
dope.
like Matt, like I told Noah, Matthew and I saw Scream. I saw Friday the 13th Part Two. I mean three in 3D. Finally in 3D. Uh, Candyman was one of them, but I didn't go that night. And for Saturday night, Candyman was showing at our local art house theater, who've been doing really great this year. Friday, I went and I saw Evil Dead 2 with a actual audience. So it was interesting to hear laughter
Yeah,
that wasn't my laughter.
Oh, smart. Shop
Um,
estimate.
that's
um,
definitely one I would like to see on the big screen at some point.
yeah, it was a blast. It was a blast. But like they're showing Regal is showing Halloween Season of the Witch on Halloween.
Yes. That's
Uh,
awesome.
this week leading up to it were the classics, like they showed Dracula, Frankenstein, Wolfman, The Invisible Man, all the Universal horrors. Uh, uh, Tomorrow is Rosemary's Baby.
Dude, that on a big screen, I would love to see at some point. Hell yeah.
So I've lucked out. I just like tomorrow though. I'm going to the planetarium on campus to see what is it? Funny Games,
Ooh.
2007.
Whoa,
Kind of cool.
the
Uh,
remake?
I don't. This is the one with Naomi Watts.
The
Oh
remake.
man,
Oh, dude.
no.
Yeah.
But
I mean,
Talk
I
about
didn't
one and
I
done.
didn't dislike the remake. It's pretty
it's
good.
it's weird to say it. I've never understood it. I've never understood it. I don't know why he remade his own movie in English. I I'm sure it was some deeper like Hanukkah thing that I don't get. I but I don't know. I don't like it. I don't like it compared to the original. And the original is one of the most fucked up movies I've ever seen in my entire life. Um, but yeah, somehow just doing it again, re I don't know. I found it kind of pointless. I don't know what he was trying to say there. I don't know.
but like we have a new director of our narrow film collection. So once a month they show off kilter movies
Hmm.
in the planetarium.
That's pretty fucking off kilter to be showing in a planetarium for
Yeah,
sure.
well, was it the last director he showed what Possession?
Oh hell yeah.
Uh, uh,
Evan, I don't know if we've shouted that one out when you've been on mic,
You
dude,
guys
but
have,
Possession with
yeah.
Sam Neill and
yeah.
Isabel Anjani is you have to see that movie at some point, dude.
Okay, I've been circling it, and I
Do
keep seeing it
not
on
watch
because
it
it's
with your spouse. Do not. It is not. It is a solo venture. It is not a. Well, I don't know. Depends on how comfortable you feel in your relationship, I guess is what I should say. It's
Well,
just,
I've been specifically told no paranormal shit. I'm a
it
slasher
is
stuff's okay, no paranormal stuff. So
it is
It's
it's
wild.
not paranormal in that way, but it is one of the wildest movies ever made. Yeah.
okay,
And it's ooh baby. It's
uh,
spice. It's
just
spicy
on
meatball.
a deadhead flight home or something like that.
other
But yeah, watch it on a plane. No,
no,
don't do that either. No,
no,
you need to be able to like be able to sit and soak this one in.
yeah.
Yeah.
Some other ones that they showed the People's Joker.
I still have
Uh,
not watched that. I need to watch that.
it it's a watch. Yeah, it's great. Um, some other s- fall 2024 semester was bookended by 50th anniversaries. It started with Texas Chainsaw, and the last one was Black Christmas.
Oh, sweet.
Like it's just one they did what did they show? Ghost in the Shell 2,
Okay. I've heard or
which
seen the second one actually.
it was awesome.
Word.
Like so I make it a point to go to these movies in the planetarium. The best experience they did the first one they did was the Wicker Man,
Mhm.
the real Wicker Man, uh,
The only
uh,
Wicker Man.
on May Day.
Oh,
Eesh.
okay. Nice, nice.
Then the next one was Close Encounters, and it's on a planetarium, which they had the Starfield going. So there's a scene when they're out there at the Devil's Tower, and it pans up, and it looks like the Starfield goes on for fucking ever, because it's on the
Oh wow.
planetarium. Like it was
Awesome.
that was awesome. Um,
I gotta
they
see if
did
we have something like that near here.
they did Donnie Darko,
That'd be so cool.
and before they did Donnie Darko, they did like a half-hour presentation on time dilation and black holes.
I say Darko's another one that I'm like, that's always like a
Or adjacent.
October 30th or or a November 1st movie where I'm
Yeah.
like, it's not really horror, but the vibes, man. The
Well, that's like when I get
vibes.
tomorrow when I get back from Funny Games, I'm doing my actual watch. Since it's Devil's Night, I'm watching The Crow.
Fuck yeah. The only
Uh,
way to fly on
The
Devil's Night.
2024 Crow, right? Or 2024.
You know, I thought I liked you. I really thought I liked you.
Oh
Has
man,
anybody seen it?
I
Yes,
have.
I saw it in the theater. I was like,
Why, Patrick? Why? Why'd you do
because
that?
every crow is somebody's first crow,
Exact. Yep.
and then I can bitch about how much it sucks compared to my crow.
Gavin, did you watch it?
Oh yeah, I watched it when it was. I literally had 3 days, and then my Star subscription was gonna run out because I did it for a year from when Maverick was born. Because I was like, oh, we'll be home, we'll watch movies, we're not going anywhere. And like, it came out. It was really close to his birthday, and I was like, I'm watching it one night. Watch it. I was like, okay, that was all right. Cancel subscription. Don't renew. I was like, I'm done. I don't need this anymore. I was holding out for that one, and I I would have give me the same movie with every other actor I heard it was gonna be, and like maybe it's a better movie. I don't know. I don't think it's Bill's fault. I just don't think you need to remake The Crow. Do something different.
Yeah.
Do another straight to DVD Edward Furlong one. I don't care. Just don't like try and be the original
Boys,
again. It's fine.
I'm out. I'm out. Happy Halloween. I'll catch you guys on the next one.
All right,
Love you,
brother.
Take care,
dude.
guys.
Happy
Happy
Halloween.
Halloween.
Happy
Happy
Arctober.
Halloween.
See
Later.
y'all.
But yeah, so it is what it is.
And then I'm finishing out with Halloween Season of the Witch and Halloween.
Classics.
Yeah.
Classics, one and all. Uh,
I'm gonna
yeah, what are you gonna do, Gav?
well, I'm gonna have stuff on the day of, just in the background. But we got invited to a party the other night. So
Cool.
uh we have costume we're going out tomorrow night actually with mom and dad to this thing at USC Sumter. And we figured we'd put him in his costume and we'll get ours. So he's gonna be Bingo, and I've got a bandit costume, and Becky's got a little shawl thing that looks like chili that she can put over her head. So
Nice.
we're gonna be one healer down, but we're gonna be the healer family, I guess.
Cool.
Um, Tomorrow, and then like Friday, we're gonna be pirates. We pieced together our own outfits, and we're gonna do pirates at this party on Friday night. So,
Nice.
and I'm gonna come home whenever we're done with this party because we're not we don't stay late anywhere anymore. But when they go to bed, probably right before we get there, I'm either gonna try and time up like the original Halloween, or if we get home early enough, like maybe like the original Halloween and then 18, and then go from there.
Oh, don't do that. Don't do that.
Why would you do that?
Well,
Because
because
you'll hate Hollow Green even more.
You're not doing it any favors, man. No, the only we talked about Patrick and I talked about this. It might have been off mic. I can't remember if I had started the recording or not. The only appropriate one right afterwards is Halloween 2.
yeah,
Like the original Halloween 2, period. That's the only like it's 2 a.m. It's
yeah,
technically
yeah,
November 1st. I can put this on, it still counts. That's the only acceptable one to throw on after Halloween.
yeah, I guess.
Or Donnie Darko. That's what I said.
Yeah,
Can't
yeah,
deal with Donnie Darko. When I watched it, I forgot how much I don't like that movie because I was like, oh, I was so excited.
That definitely seems like a Patrick hates this movie. Well, how do you feel about Southland Tales?
I've never seen Southland Tales.
Oh, you gotta go. You gotta watch Southland Tales.
I I
It's
I wonder if it would be the kind of
don't say a
case where you'd
word.
be like, "Holy shit!" What about the box? You ever watch the box, or have you just avoided like the plague ever since?
I have not watched The Box.
I mean, here's what I want to say. Regardless of how you feel about Darko, give those other two a shot. Southland Tales, around these parts, one of the most beloved and misunderstood and underrated movies. Agree, at
Ever.
least between me, Gav, and Barum, who you've met.
Yeah.
Um, we kind of think it's like one of the most culturally relevant, unfortunately, continues to be, and like just brilliant satires, but was completely nobody got it at the time, and it's only aged like a fine wine. It's pretty fucking brilliant.
Would we
And
say
then the
it's the
box,
Rock's best performance? Would we say that?
it's easily The Rock's best performance.
Yeah.
And
No,
if
I get
you
that.
key into the
Back
tone of it and like the smorgasbord of SNL actors present in it, if you can fuck with that, uh,
like way back in
think
the
you'll have a
day, I
good
was a
time.
huge the Doom Generation fan.
Yes.
Oh,
When there weren't that many the Doom Generation fans out there.
I just
Okay.
bought Gavin the
Yes.
total.
No.
What is it
Yeah.
called? What is it?
The
The
totally
Totally
fucked up
Fucked
trilogy.
Up
Yeah.
Mhm.
trilogy? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. He got me that on Blu-ray, dude.
Oh,
It's
It's
awesome.
still.
part of the Criterion collection now, Patrick. Have you seen that disc?
I have
The,
not,
the
but that's
Iraqi
awesome.
collection? Yeah,
Yeah, dude.
I got him that for Christmas last year.
Like
And it is
I
stayed in the
Can I
shrink
can
ray.
I get that? I was gonna say, can you either crack it open or give it to me so I can I don't think I've seen. I I definitely haven't seen Nowhere start to finish. I don't think I've seen. I used to like sneak watch those when you had them on VHS, but I don't know if I've finished any of those
And see,
movies.
I never got Nowhere on VHS when they announced that it was like coming to Blu-ray. It had just premiered on Prime that you could watch it, and I was like,
What's
no
the other
fucking
one?
way.
The Living End? Is that the other one that's in the
Yeah, The
set?
Living End, Doom Generation, and then Nowhere.
I think The Living End I haven't seen. I rented Nowhere from Blockbuster back in the day. Same thing with the Doom Generation. I watched the Doom Generation, and my roommates in college were like, came in, they're like, "What are you watching? Why are you? Is this what you do when nobody's home?" I'm like, I will watch some freak ass independent cinema when nobody's home because nobody will say, "Ooh, what are you watching?"
uh yeah,
Yeah,
but yeah, you need to give me that box set so I can go back through all of those. That's a
yeah.
whole like
That yeah. You talk about like, oh, it's just and what he. I don't think he's done anything since. He may have done one thing since Mysterious Skin, but I can't think of.
no, he kept going for a bit and he had a TV series for a
That's
minute.
right, he did.
I
Okay.
think he has a new project out this year or came out last year. I checked
But I
into
mean,
it recently. I don't know how we got on the Gregoraki tangent, but
Patrick just said Doom
Because it's
Generation. We're like, oh, bro, no, check it
because
out.
of Southland
right.
Tales.
Oh,
Yeah.
because of Richard Kelly, which
Yeah.
because I said Darko, which yeah. To be fair, I'm the one who got us off track there. Did you guys just see this in the group chat?
I'm
What
pulling
am
it
I
up now.
looking at? Wesley Snipes is in King of New
Yeah, I
York.
forgot he is in
I
King of
for-
New
Oh,
York.
wow.
I'm a fucking
Because no,
idiot.
because he's a good guy. He's the one that Fishburne ices,
I
right?
forgot he's with Carradine. Yeah,
Yeah.
with fucking with Shades McGee.
Oh,
Uh,
Crusoe.
Caruso. What? I said
Caruso.
Carradine. I just said David Carradine,
Yeah,
dude.
yeah.
Yeah.
David Crusoe.
No, Caruso. Be like David Caruso and
Crusoe.
Jade.
Yes, that's you know what, dude. We're living in a fucking simulation. Okay,
What?
I was just thinking about like, um, I was trying to. Now I've lost it. My brain did that thing where
What
you
the
forget stuff. No, we were just. I was just thinking about like.
David Caruso and Jade. What about him?
I was thinking about the movie Jade, and I was like, who's the dude in it? Like, he's got like red hair. I could not think of his name. I did not go look it up, right? I didn't look it up. Something came up, it went out of my brain. I'm like, I don't care, Jade. It has a car chase and it's like really erotic. And like that was like maybe 7 hours ago that happened. And now you're telling me
I
David
think
Caruso Jade. We're living in a fucking simulation.
I can't remember if we did Jade on a
We
retro
did.
review or not.
No, it
Well, I
was
think
like
it's one
part
of
of
those that's
the summer thing, the
the
summer
summer
of
of sexual seduction. Yeah,
that's
I
what it's
think
yeah.
that's one of those episodes that was straight up scrubbed from like Spotify or something because of music rights because I don't see it in the feed anymore. Um,
Oh,
I don't know.
I think it
Um,
would then just
there's a
take the
couple.
music.
There's a couple of the retro reviews that have disappeared over the time. I need to go like figure those out and see if I can resubmit them. But yeah, we definitely did that one at some point.
Okay. Now that I have everybody's names in this thing, I can send memes.
Yes. Uh, okay. Patrick's officially part of the group chat. Uh, are we done? Are we done? Is
Yeah, I think
October
we're
over
good.
officially? Like we're gonna go
If
enjoy the rest of it off mic, people. But thanks for hanging with us. Uh, we we hope you had a spectacularly good time this season on the Ark of E podcast. I have been Noah. I have been joined by one half of the brothers Blanchard, Mr. Patrick J. Blanchard.
And everybody should watch The Prowler.
yes, to the Prowler. It is one of the greatest cinematic achievements in the last 40 to 50 years. A must watch every time of year this year during October, the Prowler. And if you get bored after the Prowler, you can always check out Bram Stoker's Dracula.
So until next October, we've been the Ark of E, and you've been listening to what we've been screaming about. Okay, close enough. Close enough. We'll fix it in post. Not really, because it's a Zoom file and we don't have separate audio. But it's all good. We'll figure it out. All right. Stop the recording. Stop.